Alright, hello and welcome to the demo for Bunny Space Odyssey FlopHop demo. I swear, like, a lot of games, a lot of demos are just going to... They're trying to have, like, the longest titles they can have, and it's just like, oh my goodness. Why so many words? But, anyway, we're a bunny. And we're an astronaut. We're a... banastronaut. How did I end up here? Gravity. That's what happened. I have no memory of this meadow, perhaps in a dream, but I don't understand why am I here alone? I don't know, my dude. I just got here myself. Okay. Alright, well. Access denied. Alright, well I guess we're not going that way. I guess we're gonna go this way. Solitude is an inevitable part of our journey. Sometimes we have to walk this path alone in order to discover our true selves. But why? Where is everyone? Why is there no one around? Solitude is a moment of self-discovery. In the silence of our inner world, we discover our fears, desires, and our true purpose. Purpose? I don't know where I am. Why am I here? Can you remember who I am? That's exactly where your uniqueness lies. You are here to create something that carries your essence, something whose existence will outlive yours. But if I'm here alone, how can I create anything so important? Even a loner can make a significant impact. Sometimes the loud as it is, or born in the silence of solitude. And I'm just now realizing that, like, our bunny isn't talking to themselves. I think they're talking to, like, maybe the AI in their helmet? Maybe? I don't know. I don't want to be alone, and if it means finding my purpose, you shall find it. The path to purpose begins with a step into the unknown. Purpose, fear, legacy, these are matters of the soul. Who are you? I apologize. There's so much of an intro here. My apologies for not introducing myself right away, Panchi. I am Usagi-01. I am not just a suit. I am your guide on this cosmic journey, always ready to help and support you. Remember, you carry the wisdom of those who came before you. Their stories and experiences will always be with you. Panchi, is that my name? The sound of it is like that of a kind embrace. Do hugs even make a sound? Hugs can be heard as well as felt, and Panchi is indeed your name. It is recorded in my registry and associated with you. Alright. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's let's begin. Alright, I'm done writing this, or reading this out loud. I'm just gonna, like, go through, read it real quick so I can actually start doing it. So I can jump, we can move things with X. Got you. Oh, stop that. Begin blasters. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Oh no, asteroids. Show them what I can do. Well, I can shoot them, I guess. I will admit that. Alright, so I was using WASD to move, but WASD and E are like an impossible combination for me. I just cannot make that work. You do not have to, like, push E multiple times. You can just hold it down and do whatever you want to do. I did try to use the controller. I feel like this would work really well with the controller, but it wasn't working really well with the controller for me. Alright. Let's see. Asteroids. We collect the fertilizers. They'll be useful in the future to make this place full of life, or whatever. Head to our base and take a look there. Alright. Coo beans. Coo. So, I mean, I know it's not like I've been playing long. It's only 4 minutes. It's not, like, long enough to make any kind of, like, you know, real thought. What is the word I'm looking for? Like, it's too early to really make a good opinion over, like, what I've done here and everything. I will say that I think that the demo is at the beginning is a little bit wordy. I don't think there's anything wrong with giving you a bunch of information about like what's going on and everything, but something that I feel is less of a positive for demos is, you know, taking a while to get into the actual gameplay of the game. We only have so much time, to really get into a game and everything, or specifically a demo. And if we spend a large amount of time just reading, it's potentially going to take like a long time to get into the actual gameplay stuff. And in this case, there's like so much conversation stuff going on that it just kind of has made it a little bit on the difficult side for me to kind of get to the gameplay elements that I'm really wanting to try. So anyway, long story short, I wish demos took less time to get you into the action of the game. It's different when it's a game that... It's different when it's the full game. Because when it's the full game, I'm already planning on, I guess, taking it a little bit slower, a little bit more serious, perhaps. I feel as though... Oh, that's the right one. There we go, there's those wheels, and I think it's this one. Or I was gonna say, like, it's gotta be the right thing. Alright, that'll go in search of fertile areas, and we plant seeds. I will play a game with you each time, and if you win, you'll receive seeds for planting. Okay. Assignment is an asteroid maze. Not something I'm particularly good at. So, I mean, like, honestly, I really dig the animation, not animation, but the art style. The pixel art is really, really nice. The game looks really good. I think it's very, very cool. We got the bunny that looks nice. The environment looks cool. The world that it's presenting is really cool, and I'm so very much honestly interested in it, but, the method in which that a lot of things are being presented to us are... It just all feels like a lot of extra stuff. But yeah, but I mean, it's whatever. I think it's just like, I definitely went into this thinking it was more of just kind of like a platformer of sorts. And it seems like it's not just that. It's a bit more of something else, which I don't think is a bad thing. I definitely feel that this is it's going to be a very good time. So... Alright, let's... I don't know if this actually... I can move around, but am I supposed to find a particular one? Oh. Apparently that is what I was supposed to do. Okay. Do I really have to go and make another capsule? in order to plant a seed. No, maybe not. Land here, dude. Okay, I guess, it's not as simple as that. I mean, you would think that, like, in this, environment of, oh, well, that's not cool. How was I supposed to know that was death? Like, I definitely believed that that would not be death. Oh, well, whatever. We'll try again. No, don't... Oh, jeez. Alright, seems like it's not really, like, too much of an issue if you do happen to fall that way. It's, yeah, not too big of a deal. So this is why when I first saw this, I thought it was more of a, you know, just a kind of more of a platformer game. Yay, my plant broke. Oh boy. It's gonna be really hard to get this plant to safety. Or to wherever it is that I have to, like... Wherever I have to, like, escort it, I guess. Ah, man, I just realized this is basically the Earthworm Jim, what this, or, what the, no, not what the heck, it's not a problem level as an entire game. And I would say that's arguable. I mean, you could probably say, no, it's not, I'm wrong, and then I would tell you that, no, I'm not, that's totally what it is. If you never played Earthworm Jim, you're really missing out on, like, one of the best platformers of all time. But essentially, Earthworm Jim, whose name was Jim, and he was an earthworm, which is why he was called Earthworm Jim, was on this planet that just basically has a ton of snot. And, you know, it may not even be the right level that I'm thinking about, but you had, there's like this little dog whose name I do not remember. And, the dog, you had to prevent him from getting, like, hit by things. Otherwise, he would turn into, like, a really angry dog. And that would be, kind of like a not good situation. Yay, we messed that up. Anyway. So I'm not really sure, like, how to get where I'm trying to go. Unless, doing this will make the, this little area here jump even higher. I feel like that might be the case. And... yeah, but just not quite. Alright. We'll figure it out. I've never been good at puzzle platforming. So since it seems like this is going to be like more of a puzzle platformer, not exactly what I was thinking it was going to be, this is like another one of those situations where I went into this because I really liked the pixel art. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I love pixel art. It reminds me of when I was, you know, a kid and I played like a lot of NES games, classic DOS titles and all that stuff. So it's just like, you know, remembering the simpler times and just like how cool graphics could be, or how cool the games could be with making an experience that, you know, it may not have had, like, you know, the world's best and most exciting graphics, but you still had, like, so much to see. I don't know, it's just, you know, games that have that maintain a special place for me. Great. Thanks for dying, plant. You had one job and you couldn't even do that right. But anyway, I am gonna try to finish this. I don't know what's available for the demo, I guess. I don't know. More specifically, I'm gonna try to finish this level. I don't think I'm gonna try to like push past that because I'm not gonna lie to you. The platforming elements with all the pushing of everything, it's just not really. It's not really something that I'm like a huge fan of. You know, I think it does a good job with it. Like, it's not an overly complicated concept. It works from both a platforming and a puzzle aspect. I do think it's, you know, well made. It's something that should be a little bit, I don't know, I should enjoy it more than I am, and you know, and I know that, but I think it's, you know, a big part of that is like, I'm just, again, like, I'm not a fan of puzzle stuff. I've never been able to really get into it, even when I used to play like the Lost Vikings, which I would say probably has some similarities here with kind of how like some of this works as far as our you know, puzzle elements go. And that being said, I do think the puzzle elements are well made. Like, I don't think, you know, I do not want to come across, and I realize I might be, but I don't want to come across as like saying that the quality here is anything other than rather good, because the quality of all this is pretty good. It's very good. Pretty good isn't quite the term I want. It is very good. I like the general idea of it. Again, I do think like the setting as far as like how much text there is, how much information is being provided, just feels like too much for the demo. And you know, I really didn't read through as much of it as I probably would have under normal circumstances, and that's because I just kind of wanted to get into the game. I think it's because I've reached a point where occasionally I will look at a game based on story first, and the story is kind of that deciding factor on whether I'm gonna like a game or not. But you know, during Next Fest, and it's just such a dang busy time. But basically, you know, it's a matter of like looking at the game and saying, well, is it going to be something I'm going to enjoy? And the easiest way to do that is to find out kind of like, you know, well, I mean, to be blunt, how much do I enjoy the gameplay? And then I run into things like this where I don't necessarily know how to progress or something, and I figured it out. So anyway, all that being said, the actual, you know, platforming I think is really good. The puzzle aspects, you know, I don't really know that we want to call them puzzle aspects, because really we're just pushing stuff. I mean, is that really a puzzle? Is it really a puzzle if you're just taking something and putting it from one location into another? I don't know. I guess for me, I consider it that, because, well, you know, I'm sometimes kind of slow, although, as one person would say and complain about, I just give up. Yeah, whatever. You know, sometimes you have a difficult time with something because it's kind of hard to put together. And people just want to have fun. They just want to, you know, play a game and not really have to put a lot of thought into things. They just want to have, like, the time of their life. That's kind of how it is. Everybody's different. Everybody's got their own kind of, like, you know, situation on what they really enjoy, what they like, and etc. There's no wrong answer here, but, you know, I would encourage everyone, if you're playing a game and you are running into difficulty, the best thing you could probably do is take a break. I'm gonna switch back to my controller now to yeah, I'm not gonna use the controller because the controller doesn't work. I can't jump or anything, so we would be not really accomplishing much of anything. That seems like a dead end. I'm totally gonna call this a puzzle platformer. In the title, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll come up with a better name for it. Because I usually just come up with everything on the fly. I like when people tell me, like, oh, you can always just edit out the boring bits. And I don't do that. And it might be like a thing that you should do, like maybe, you know, from a content creator perspective, it makes more sense to, yeah, I took a shortcut. Maybe it makes more sense to actually try to cut out certain parts of a video to ensure that the stuff that you're showing are all the fun bits. And none of the parts where you get stuck or you get boring or whatever, but that's more work that I want to do. And also, to me, it sounds like, you know, that'd be like the equivalent of, like, I made a sandwich and, you know, I put a topping in there that I thought I wanted, but maybe I did want, I don't know. And then instead of actually, you know, maintaining it, I just decide, you know what, let's get rid of these carrots. They don't belong inside of my sandwich. And I would agree, sandwiches probably should not have carrots. They belong in soup, so I don't know. I mean, like, soup and sandwiches go together really well, so maybe it would make sense to put carrots in there. And in the context of this, like, I'm a rabbit, so why wouldn't a rabbit put a carrot in a sandwich? Personally, I'm more of a soup guy. For a while, I kind of got into this whole potato soup thing. Almost like zuppa toscana, but not quite that. It's a little bit different because it's a very kind of lazy version, I guess. It is a very simple dish. It's literally potatoes, like a russet potato. You add a russet potato or two, however many you want, to be honest. I would probably stick with like one or two. Wouldn't want to do too many. Then you put that in some water, some chicken broth, beef broth, stock, whatever you want. And once you do that, then you're going to just add in some broccoli, some celery, like a quarter of an onion, and then you we'll add like a type of sausage I think is important. That you're going to want to add some sausage. And I feel like I'm taking this to the wrong place. Maybe not. But get some sausage in there. You could use literally any type of sausage. I personally will use like a brat, which I don't know if you would still consider it a sausage. I think it's still a sausage. But I find brats work really, really well for the scenario. But you can also use ground sausage if you want. You could use chicken pieces. You don't even have to use meat if you don't want to, but... Anyway, you just boil it all together until the potatoes are nice and soft. And, yeah. Then you kind of go from there. And it's delish. Alright. So, I finished that. I planted one thing. Well, I don't know if that means, like, we are supposed to go somewhere else. I'm not super sure. Because I also don't know if, like, what just happened is, like, I took essentially a shortcut. Like, I don't know if that's what happened. And I'm not gonna like push through to try to figure this out again for the next level. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give my closing thoughts here. This is not exactly the title. Well, I mean, the title is accurate, but the game itself seems like it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, which I don't think is a bad thing. It just means that, you know, it's just not exactly what I'd hoped it would be. It reminds me a bit of like a 90s platformer, something I would have played as a kid, on my my Tandy 2000 or whatever it was. And the nostalgia is strong. I do like that, and you know, I do think the title's pretty promising, but I'm gonna not take up any more time because I don't really get what I'm supposed to do. It looks like, I mean, I probably need to find like another place where I can plant something. I planted in one place, but... Or this is a situation where I completed the demo, but the game doesn't realize I've completed the demo. Because I've been running into that a few times now, which is like super strange. But, I mean, it just happens to be a bit of a scenario, I guess. I did try to go upstairs. I thought maybe there was going to be something else up there, but it didn't look like it. So, again, like, there's not really anything I can feel like there's something to do. So I'm just going to end it here. I do recommend it. I think it's a fun title. So links in the description. Give it a shot if you like it. Wishlist it.